What do you recommend against the accelerated dragon? No Manrochi system, something to attack. So
well, it's actually easy, no? If you want something to attack against dragon, you go bishop e3 and castle long. I mean, there is.
So, who was it?
Well, takes g6.
Yeah, who asked that question? I'm trying to find it. Here. Ananian. So he doesn't want to go c4, which is positional.
It's a good move,
yeah, it's a good move, but rather positional. But maybe the best move. But so you recommend knight c3 and then play.
Play bishop g7, bishop e3.
Bishop e3, and then you're not afraid to enter the dragon without d6.
Well, if he wants to attack, then this is the best.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have to go bishop b3, but this is what you do normally anyway.
So then, do you play with castle short or castle queenside?
Well, I will castle queenside if I'm allowed to. If he wants me to castle short, then he has to go queen a5 here. But then his queen on a5 is kind of slightly silly.
Yeah.
Other than that, if he allows me, I will go bishop b3, f3, and castle long.
So if he doesn't play, wait a sec. Yeah. If he castles here.
Yeah, then bishop b3 and I continue.
Yeah, and then the usual stuff with f3 and queen d2 and so on. Okay.
They're coming very fast, some questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with them. Are Chinese players as good as their trainers say?
Yeah.
You played some
I played a lot of Chinese players in my life. I played the whole generation of them. I played Ye Zhangzhuang many times. Now he's working as a trainer of Chinese team. I think he's working with the girls, actually. I played Xu Jun, I played Peng Xiaomin. These are probably players already unknown to kids of today.
Yeah.
They were very strong in beginning of 90s. And then I played Zhang Zhong, I played Zhang Pengxiang, and then there came this whole new generation of Bu Xianzhi, who was a miracle boy. No? He was grandmaster with 12 and everything. Wang Yu, Wang Hao. I mean, this is an incredible generation. There comes now a new wave even.
Is there something like a Chinese chess school?
Well, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, if they're able to produce so many good players, there probably is. Yeah. And there used to be. In early days, there used to be really tactical players. I mean, people like Zhang Zhong and so on, they would see some crazy tactics all the time, but now they're switching a little bit. That there's both Bu Xianzhi and Wang Yu are very positional, very technical players, also with a lot of tactical potential too. No, those are really good players. Yeah.
Mm.
And Ding Liren now won this Chinese championship with 9 out of 11. I mean, it's incredible that people score so many points in such a strong tournament. I mean, I don't know the boy at all, but probably he's a miracle.
Again,
yeah.
What chess books do you like?
Well, it also depends on the level. But when I was growing up, Nimzovich's My System was my book. I thought this was a really massively influential book. I thought this was very important. And after that, I think other books did not quite compare. But basically, there will be some good books afterwards. But I guess for me, My System remains the chess book.
Yeah. Opening books? You read opening books? I mean, really read. You probably don't work with them, but do you occasionally read?
Well, actually, I thought Avruch did a good job recently. On a wide repertoire. I mean, I would not go so far as to say I really studied these books, but what I saw really made a lot of impression. I mean, it's amazing that somebody who plays chess actively would give so much away of his repertoire to publish books, but he probably really wanted to publish good books. And other than that, some good old books. For instance, I mean, this Nikitin Kasparov book on Scheveningen. I think it was published in Soviet Union 80-something, 83, 84. It was a really good read for me when I was a kid, and basically gave me some love for Sicilian. I never started to understand this opening, but I loved it, nevertheless.
Are you planning to write a new Chessbase DVD anytime soon?
Well, I hope so, yeah.
Hopefully. What are you doing right now in Hamburg, except doing this show?
Well, I was hoping to work on a DVD tomorrow, actually.
You just need one day.
Well, I'll try to do it in one day, and okay, if I don't make it, then I'll work on it some other time. I mean, these video recordings do not disappear so easily.
Yeah. On what? Or is that a secret?
Well, it's not really a secret. I was thinking maybe Nimzo with Queen C2. It's a big system. Important was black, was white, and part of my repertoire was both colors. So kind of an interesting field.
Okay. Oh, do you play Chinese chess as well?
I play Chinese chess, yes.
And Go also? Go?
Well, Go I tried, but in Go I'm really no good.
Yeah, I don't know how to enter a Go position here, so it will be a bit difficult. What do we have here? A French question. Or what else do we have? You want to answer something about Kasparov. What do you say about Kasparov? Do you miss him? Is one question. Or just we take the chess question. Maybe it's simply. The question is a very specialized question. A French question. This time, knight c3, knight f6, e5, knight f to d7, knight c to e2, planning c3 and f4. What do you think about this? So, Erzgebirgseiche is preparing this line with white. So don't disappoint him. Don't say it's rubbish.
Well, it's not rubbish. I think Vichy was playing it a lot about 10 years ago.
Against Shirov.
Against Shirov he played it, and against Bareyev there were games.
Yeah.
No, I think there was some concrete problem with this line that c5, c3 takes f6 was kind of interesting for black. But I'm really no specialist.
f6.
I think the point was that after knight f4 here, bishop b4 check, bishop d2, queen b6. Somehow led to some kind of endings. But I'm really, once again, I'm not a specialist on this. But I think knight c2 was considered a good system back then. I don't know what happened in the last 10 years in this area.
Yeah. Okay, but maybe this is the field where Erzgebirgseiche should invest some work.
Yeah, but there was a game from here. There was a game Anand Bareyev from Shanghai World Cup. Probably will be 2000 or 2001. Yeah, one of those years. But basically, what is his name? Erzgebirgseiche.
Erzgebirgseiche. It's quite a complicated one. Erzgebirgseiche. Eiche, you know, is a tree.
Yeah, Eiche is a tree. Erzgebirge is Erzgebirge. Yeah. But basically, okay, some ending appears, and I think it's complicated.
Yeah, I hope we answered, or rather you answered that question. Scandinavian. Is the Scandinavian serious opening, in your opinion?
Well, I never played it, but it's not easy to play against.
Yeah.
So when I play white and people in the singles play Scandinavian against me, I don't find it easy. It's also an opening that needs work with white.
Yeah. Serious opening. I mean, is there any open you would say is refuted?
Well, refuted, I don't know, but I don't advise openings like Latvian Gambit.
Yeah.
When you go e4, e5, knight f3, f5, or openings like e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, d5, things like this. But Scandinavian is not an opening like this. It's a serious opening. Both with queen d6 and queen a5 lead to complex positions, and probably if white really knows what he's doing, then he's better. But I don't know many people who really know what they're doing against Scandinavian, because usually Scandinavian is not on top of your list of your work. I mean, you usually begin with Marshall, Petrov, Berlin, Najdorf, Sveshnikov, Karokan, French.
And then you're 60, and then you stop playing.
Then you stop, yeah.
Okay, King of Heaven. Oops. How do you remember all these games and variations? Do you train your memory otherwise than chess? Do you do crosswords, puzzles, or something like that?
Well, I actually train my memory. I spend more time trying to forget my games than trying to remember them.
Is that serious? Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, no, because the problem is that some of these games are really haunting, yeah. And some of your mistakes, they really come back to you, and you ask yourself, or I ask myself, like, how could I play like this?
Yeah.
When it was obvious that there was a good move, and the good move was such and such, yeah. And then, okay, sometimes I spend a lot of time trying consciously to forget about some games, trying not to think about some games.
That's kind of a contradiction to consciously try to forget something, yeah?
Well, I mean, it doesn't work so easily, but you consciously try to forget something, yeah. You try not to think of something.
Yeah. Does it sometimes, or still happen to you, that you wake at night and then say, oh, shit, what happened in this position some years ago, or whatever, something like that?
Well, it doesn't usually happen that I wake up in the middle of the night, but it can happen that I cannot fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because I think of what happened. It can even happen that I cannot fall asleep because I don't know what I'm playing tomorrow against Grunfeld. Kind of complicated with sleep.
And what do you do then? I mean,
well, sometimes I just get up and prepare. It happened to me many times recently that at like 2 o'clock in the night, I would just get up, return to my computer, and then work for another couple of hours. Mm-hmm. Which is not usual for me.
You sleep well during tournaments?
Well, during tournaments I sleep badly. At home I sleep well. This is the difference. Mm. But basically, for me at home, like 12 o'clock I'm in bed. And at tournaments it can happen that I'm asleep at 12, but it can also happen that at 5 o'clock in the morning I'm still analyzing something.
So that's not a very healthy approach. Yeah? So.
Well, if you are looking for healthy life, you are maybe
quit chess.
Well, not quit chess, but you are maybe not becoming a chess professional. Yeah. Professional sport is tough, and chess is not different.
GM Gustafsson, in a previous Ask the Experts, said, it's not useful to work your endgames to improve your chess. Well, I think we answered that one. Definitely not. He does definitely not agree. How did you control your nerves during the high-pressure, short World Championship matches?
Well, I was in good form. This helps. I was in good form, and I understood this is a chance of my life. And I think this helps, basically, because if it is your chance, you don't want to miss it. This helps being motivated. At least it helped me. And in many respects, I have the impression that when you are in good form, it also helps to remain calm, because you kind of feel everything is okay. And when you feel something is not okay, it also makes you nervous. So I don't think my nerves are better or worse than anybody else's. But basically, sometimes it runs well and it helps you to stay calm, and sometimes it doesn't.